Peace hopes and a massive artificial intelligence chip surge send markets to fresh record highs. Welcome. This is Daily Market in 3 minutes. Let's dive in Wall Street. The S&P 500 rallied to a fresh record close at approximately 7,259. The tech-heavy Nasdaq soared to 28,015, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed robustly to 49,298. The Magnificent Seven stocks broadly advanced across the board, fueled by Nvidia jumping nearly 6% and Alphabet gaining over 2%, while Apple and Microsoft posted steady, modest gains. Communication services, industrials, and semiconductors were the clear winning sectors in today's trading session, while the energy sector lagged significantly as global oil prices tumbled. Bitcoin reclaimed the $81,000 level, climbing roughly 1% as recovery gains gathered steam. Gold surged nearly 3% to $4,685 an ounce. Silver spiked 7% to $77, while West Texas Intermediate crude oil plunged over 6% to $95 a barrel. The dominant catalyst today was an emerging report that the United States and Iran are closing in on a one-page memorandum to end their conflict and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. This sudden diplomatic breakthrough caused the massive plunge in crude oil prices we just saw, as the market rapidly priced out the war premium that had gripped global energy supplies. The prospect of easing inflation from lower fuel costs simultaneously fueled the broader equity relief rally. A massive artificial intelligence semiconductor surge provided the second major engine for the market. Advanced Micro Devices reported stellar earnings and forward guidance, reinforcing the insatiable demand for data center chips. This earnings beat drove the semiconductor index up over 4% and directly caused the massive outperformance in the Nasdaq and technology sectors today. The 10-year Treasury yield dropped 7 basis points to 4.35%. The 10-year and 2-year yield spread sits at roughly 31 basis points. The US dollar index broke lower to 97.9, while the VIX volatility index fell 5% to 17.38. The potent combination of falling yields, a weaker dollar, and crushed volatility provided the perfect macroeconomic tailwind for today's massive stock and precious metals rally. The CNN Fear and Greed Index has officially flipped from fear into greed territory, registering a current score of 70. This notable shift highlights that investors are rapidly adopting optimistic positions and rushing back into risk assets, though it signals a distinct warning to carefully watch for emotionally driven overbuying. Looking ahead, the market outlook remains firmly bullish for equities. Wealth management firms expect stocks to continue moving higher by year-end, supported by extremely healthy corporate profit growth and the ongoing artificial intelligence investment supercycle, even as geopolitical risks linger quietly in the background. For the upcoming week, investors will be closely watching the critical United States non-farm payrolls report scheduled for release this Friday. Next week, global attention will rapidly turn to the high-stakes summit between President Trump and President Xi in Beijing on May 14th and 15th, which could yield a major tariff truce. As always, this video is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Please like and subscribe for more. See you next time.